CIVIVI button locks. Which one is best, or which one is best for you? I'm going to tell you which one I prefer in 5 different categories: action, ergos, aesthetics, best for EDC, and my personal favorite or overall number 1 pick. I'll also give a brief overview of each. The Best Action Award goes to the newest member of the CIVIVI button lock family, the new CIVIVI Chevalier. Chevalier? Or in French?
Chevalier. Chevalier.
It means knight or chivalrous or cavalier, something like that. The Cogent, by the way, was a very close second in the action department. I probably would have given it to the Cogent, but the Chevalier wins with a more accessible flipper tab. It's pretty much impossible to fail, very clean break, and satisfying action. And obviously what's so great about a button lock knife is the easy one-hand opening and closing without putting your fingers in the path of the blade. What's most notable about the Chevalier compared to the others is the sheep's foot style blade. So if that's your jam, you'll be really excited for that option. It's a very attractive blade and handle combo. The blade itself is Sambic 14C with a flat grind and a black stonewash finish. There's also black G10 with a normal stonewash blade, cabochon wood and stonewash, or wood and Damascus. They're all about $70 except for the Damascus version, which is about $20 more. And if you want to buy any of these button locks, I have a discount code at White Mountain Knives. SHARPAF, one word, gets you 10% off your order. 3.5-inch blade, 4.4-inch handle, and 7.87 inches overall, with a blade thickness of 3 millimeters and a handle thickness of 1/2 inch. And it weighs 3.2 ounces or 90 grams. All of these button locks, by the way, have a lanyard post and a deep carry CIVIVI pocket clip that is tip up and reversible, right or left side. There's no cutout so that the clip is flush with the handle, but with a reversible clip like this, I like that there's not a cutout on the opposite side, just an empty screw hole or two so it doesn't detract from the overall aesthetic. And they all have caged ceramic bearings at the pivot. Okay, best ergos. These all feel pretty good in hand, they're all very neutral, and you can see that these 3 kind of have a finger groove, but pretty good ergos overall. They all feel pretty similar, but I have to give the edge to the Conspirator. The Conspirator might have an unfair advantage being a slightly larger knife. There's more to hold on to, and instead of a finger groove, there's just some light milling in that spot, and it's just very neutral. It fills your hand well, and no hot spots whatsoever. It's definitely the most comfortable out of all of these, and will probably be the best for prolonged use, I guess depending on what it is you're doing. What's notable about the Conspirator is this big drop point style blade with a nice gray stonewash finish. It's actually the same blade length as the Chevalier, but a taller blade, Nitro V blade still, flat grind, and the handle is a little bit longer for an overall length of 8.11 inches. And it weighs 3.8 ounces or 108 grams. Both of these have a fuller, so you have some more deployment options, but it's a little easier to do so with the Conspirator having more blade exposed. The Conspirator is also the winner of aesthetics. At least for me, I absolutely love this combo of the black micarta with the gray stonewash, a bigger knife, and a nice drop point blade. It's a more simple design than the others, but a very attractive knife. There's also cabochon wood with gray stonewash, green micarta with the black stonewash, or dark green micarta with Damascus. They're all about $80 or $96 for the Damascus version. Now, unfortunately, this particular Conspirator that I received has an issue with the button lock. It still functions, but it has some stick or grit or something weird going on inside. It also has an annoying squeak that none of the others have. And most devastatingly, it's just pretty weak, like a weak detent. This doesn't have a detent per se, it's a button lock, but we'll just call it a weak detent for comparison to a normal knife. It's very easy to fail. It's still fidgetable. You just have to be more deliberate with your deployment or it might fail. And you know, it's not a huge deal and it might even be fixable, but on a brand new $80 knife, it needs to be better than that. And I don't think this is a widespread issue, but for me, it was a big disappointment on an otherwise awesome knife. Alright, the winner of Best for EDC is the Altus. It's a great size and weight for everyday carry. Maybe you like to EDC a bigger knife, but I tend to gravitate towards smaller knives, especially in the summer. It's more comparable in size to the CIVIVI Elementum, a medium smallish knife, where the rest of these are more comparable to the CIVIVI Cogent, a medium large knife, 3-inch Nitro V blade, 4-inch handle, 7 inches overall, and it weighs in at 2.9 or 3 ounces or 82 grams. And you probably noticed we've got some thumb studs rather than a flipper. And it's a great combination of all the other categories as well. Good ergos, great deployment, just in a smaller size. Awesome little knife. I bought the green micarta and Damascus version, but there's also black G10 with a bead blast, wood with a black stonewash, or burgundy G10 with a black stonewash. They're about $70 to $75 or $90 for the Damascus. Now my absolute favorite CIVIVI button lock, if I could only pick one, is the CIVIVI Cogent. Something about the Cogent just draws me in, and I find myself reaching for it more often than the others. And what's strange is I don't normally like more tactical looking knives, and this has a little bit more of that than the others. But it's a nice design, a little more unique, some extra details and milling, and everything about it is amazing. It might not have been my number one pick in any of the categories, but it's a great balance in all aspects. Very clean break, fantastic deployment, very fidgetable, feels great in hand, and I absolutely love to EDC it. .3.5-inch clip point style Sandvik 14C blade, 4.4-inch handle, and 7.9 inches overall. And it weighs 3.8 ounces or 108 grams. This version is the black G10 and black stonewash, but there's also purple, burgundy, or natural G10, green micarta, and a Damascus version. And what's cool about the Cogent is it's also available with a partially serrated blade to add even more function to your knife, depending on what your potential uses may be. Let me know which CIVIVI button lock you guys like the best. You may have noticed that I did not include the Elementum button lock, and that's simply because I don't have one right now. But let me know if you think it would have ousted any of these in those categories. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.